DCUO stands for DC Universe Online. It is a massively multiplayer online game set in the DC Comics universe. Players can create their own superhero or supervillain character and explore iconic locations such as Gotham City and Metropolis. The game features a mix of PvE, player versus environment, and PvP, player versus player gameplay, allowing players to team up with others or engage in battles against each other. DCUO offers various quests, missions, and events, allowing players to progress and customize their characters with different abilities, gear, and costumes. So now you know what DCUO stands for? Let's talk about the storyline. The storyline in DC Universe Online is set in a world where iconic superheroes and villains from the DC Comics universe exist. The game begins with a catastrophic event caused by the villainous Brainiac, who invades Earth and seeks to collect and assimilate its knowledge and power. Players assume the role of newly empowered individuals known as the Player or the Exabyte Child, who have gained extraordinary abilities due to Brainiac's invasion. They are mentioned by famous DC characters such as Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman for heroes, or Lex Luthor, Circe, and Joker for villains. Throughout the game, players embark on a series of missions and quests that involve defending Earth from Brainiac's forces, battling other villains, and protecting innocent civilians. The game features episodic content releases, each introducing new storylines, missions, and even locations. As players progress, they explore various iconic locations within the DC universe, including Metropolis, Gotham City, Themyscira, Arkham Asylum, and more. They encounter and team up with a wide range of DC characters, both heroes and villains, and engage in intense combat against powerful enemies. The overall narrative of DCUO evolves over time, with new threats, alliances, and conflicts arising. Players can choose to align themselves with either the heroes or villains, shaping their own story and experiencing unique missions and content based on their chosen alignment. In addition to the main storyline, the game also often incorporates major events from the DC Comics lore, allowing players to participate in epic battles and encounters against iconic villains and heroes from the DC universe. Overall, the storyline in DCUO offers an immense and ever-evolving experience where players become part of the ongoing struggle between good and evil in the DC universe. DCUO offers a diverse range of gameplay options, including open world exploration, missions, raids, and player versus player, which is called PvP combat. The game features various game modes for PvP, such as Legends PvP, arenas, and raids where players can test their skill against each other. PvP can be a thrilling and competitive aspect of the game, allowing players to showcase their abilities and statics. DCUO incorporates a unique combat system that combines a traditional MMO mechanics with action-oriented gameplay. Players can engage in real-time combat, perform combos, and uses powers and abilities to defeat enemies. The game also features an extensive skill tree system, allowing players to customize their characters' abilities and playstyles. Grinding is an essential of many MMO games, including DCUO. It involves repeating certain tasks or activities to gain experience points, gear, or other valuable rewards. In DCUO, players may need to grind, or most likely will be having to grind, for equipment, skill points, or currency to progress in the game. However, some players may find excessive grinding tedious and prefer more streamlined progression systems. DCUO offers robust character customization systems, allowing players to create unique heroes or villains. Players can choose from a variety of powers and abilities, customize their appearance, and personalize their playstyles. The game also provides options for customizing costumes, equipment, skill loadouts, giving players a high degree of flexibility in creating their desired character. While DC Universe offers a wide range of gameplay options, mechanics, grinding, and customization, there are some potential cons to consider. Starting off with gameplay cons. Repetitive missions. Some players may find the mission structure and objectives to be repetitive over time, which can lead to a sense of monotony. Limited endgame content. The game's endgame content may feel limited to other MMOs, potentially resulting in a lack of long-term motivation for some players. Lack of solo content. While DCUO does provide solo activities, Some players may feel that the game leans heavily towards group content, making it less accessible for solo players. Some players might find the combat mechanics to be simplistic, lacking the complexity found in other MMOs. Ability balance issues, balancing different powers and abilities can be a challenge, and occasionally certain powers may be perceived as overpowered or underpowered in relations to others. The grinding, time-consuming progression, advancing and leveling up characters in DCO often requires a significant amount of time investment, as players need to grind for specific gear and currency and just experience. Repetitive grinding, the necessity for repetitive grinding to obtain specific items or reinforcements can become tedious and may feel like a chore for some players. Limited cosmetic options, while DCO offer various customization options, some players may feel like the available cosmetic choices are limited, potentially limiting their ability to create truly unique looking characters. Then there's a paywall for cosmetic items. Some cosmetic items may be available through, in-game marketplace or, time capsules, which could restrict customization options for players who prefer not to spend additional money on the game. Customization is valued in games like DCO because it allows players to create a unique and personalized gaming experience, and just being able to customize your character's appearance to look like, iconic heroes and villains such as Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and just others. It adds extra level of excitement and immersion to the game when players can embody their favorite characters or dress up like other well-known heroes and villains. It enhances their connection to the game world, which, allows them to feel a sense of ownership and identity within the virtual universe, making their gameplay experience more enjoyable and memorable. Furthermore, the ability to customize extends beyond of just mimicking iconic characters. It also grants players creative, freedom to design their own unique characters with distinct traits and appearances. This level of customization fosters individuality and self-impression, enabling players to fully immerse themselves in the game and create a character that reflects their own personality and style. Overall, the customization in games like DCO provides players with a wide range of visible possibilities and expands the scope of their imagination. It adds depth, it adds personalization and sense of connection to both the game world and the iconic characters that players admire. So there are 15 powers in DCO, and I'm going to tell you all of them and explain them. At number 1, we have Fire. Fire users harness the power of flame to deal damage over time and control the battlefield. Number 2, Ice. For Ice users, you can manipulate ice and wield defensive abilities while dishing out chilling attacks. Number 3, Mental. Mental utilizes psychotic powers to control enemies, deceive opponents, and protect allies. Number 4, Gadgets. Just like Batman, employ various gadgets and traps to outsmart foes and deliver high-tech damage. Number 5, Nature. Just like Poison Ivy or Beast Boy, tap into the forces of nature to heal allies, summon animal allies, and even command plants. Number 6, Sorcery. As sorcery players, you can channel dark magic for offensive and defensive purposes, including healing and curses. Number 7, Earth. Earth users can manipulate the ground to control the battlefield and unleash seismic attacks. Number 8, Electricity. Electricity users can harness electrical power to stun enemies, electrify weapons, and even shock opponents. Number 9, Light. Just like Green Lantern, players who choose the light power can utilize constructs made of hard light, such as swords, shields, and boxing gloves, and also unleashing devastating energy blasts. The power is pretty badass. Number 10, Quantum. Just like Captain Atom, quantum powers in DCO grants players the ability to manipulate time, space, and quantum energy, providing a versatile and reality-altering playstyle. Number 11, Celestial. For Celestial users, you can call upon heavenly forces to heal and empower allies while smiting enemies. Number 12, Munitions. This power reminds me a lot like Deadshot in Deadpool. Munition users are equipped with advanced weaponry, explosive devices, and specialized combat tactics for dealing heavy damage to enemies. Number 13, Atomic. For Atomic users, you can harness nuclear energy to deal radiation-based damage and control the battlefield. Number 14, Water. For Water users, you can control the flow to heal allies and deliver devastating hydrokinetic attacks. And number 15, Rage. Just like Atrocity's Rage players, you can use rage powers and channel intense anger and aggression, allowing players to unleash devastating melee attacks, gain powerful buffs, and utilize rage-fueled abilities. The following powers that are typically available for free-to-play players are Fire, Ice, Mental, Nature, Gadgets, and Sorcery. Literally all the other powers you're gonna have to pay for. This game is literally a 12-year-old game and you still have to buy powers? Just make all the powers free, goddammit! Daybreak, you're killing me! DCUO episodes are great because they offer new content, storylines, and challenges for players to experience. Each episode typically introduces new missions, quests, and events that expand the game's narrative and provide additional gameplay opportunities. But however, over time, some players may find that episodes can be, repetitive due to a few reasons, and I'll give you some reasons right here. Firstly, the core gameplay mechanics and objectives within each episode, such as defeating enemies or completing specific tasks, may start to feel similar across different episodes. This repetition can make the game less exciting and engaging for some players. Secondly, the episodic nature of DCUO means that new episodes are released periodically, and players may have to wait for new content to be available, and during these waiting periods, players might exhaust the available content and have to repeat older episodes to continue progressing their characters. Additionally, some players may feel that the rewards or incentives provided in each episode are not motivating enough to keep them engaged. If the rewards or completing an episode do not feel meaningful or unique, it can diminish the sense of accomplishment and progression. Honestly, to address these concerns, game developers such as Daybreak, they can gather player feedback and make adjustments to the content and game mechanics of the episodes. This could involve introducing more varied, objectives and mission types, and improving reward systems, or implementing additional features that enhance the overall gameplay experience. By constantly updating and improving the episodes, developers such as, again, Daybreak can strive to keep the game fresh, engaging, and just in making it enjoyable for all players. PvE stands for Player versus Environment in DC Universe. In PvE gameplay, players engage in battles and complete missions against non-player characters within the game's virtual world. This includes fighting villains, completing quests, exploring different locations, and progressing through the game's storyline. PvE gameplay usually focuses on cooperative gameplay, where players can team up with others to tackle more and challenging content and earn rewards such as experience points, loot, and in-game currency. While opinions about the graphics in DCUO may vary, it is actually true that some players feel that the game's visual are not up to par with most recent titles. The game was originally released in 2011 for the PS3, and the graphics, it was designed to fit within the limitations of that hardware. Over the years, as technology has, advanced, players have expressed a desire for a graphics update to bring the game in line with more modern standards. There have been rumors, circulating that DCUO may potentially receive a graphics update this year. Leagues in DCUO offer several benefits to players. Pros of joining a league include collaboration and teamwork. Leagues allow players to work together towards common goals, such as completing challenges, missions, or raids. This promotes cooperation and enhances the social aspect of the game. And then you got support and guidance. Leagues often consist of experienced and knowledgeable players who can provide assistance, advice, guidance to newer or less experienced members. They can help with strategies, builds, and general gameplay tips. And then you got increased chances of success. By coordinating efforts of pooling resources, leagues increase their chances of successfully completing difficult missions or taking down powerful bosses. However, there are also some cons to consider. Time commitment. Being part of a league may require regular participation in group activities, which can be time consuming. Players have limited time availability, may find it challenging to keep up with league requirements. Then you got to depend on others. Leagues rely on the active participation of all members. If some members are inactive or unreliable, it can negatively impact the overall league experience and progression. And then you got personality clashes. Just like any social setting, conflicts and disagreements can arise within leagues. Differing playstyles, communication issues, or incapable personalities may lead to tension or even the dissolution of the league. Regarding chat, it serves an important communication tool in DCO. The pros of chat include real-time interaction. Chat allows players to communicate with each other instantly. Strategy planning and socializing within the game. Community building through chat. Players can engage in conversations, exchange advice, share experience, and establish connection with other players. It can foster a sense of community and enable formation of friendship. Toxic behavior. Just like any other online environment, there is a risk encountering toxic or offensive behavior in chat. This can range from verbal harassment to bullying, and then you have spam and noise. In crowded areas or highly populated servers, chat can become cluttered with excessive messages, making it difficult to follow conversations or find relevant information. So duels, you got pros and you got cons. Competitive gameplay. Duels provide players with an opportunity to test their skills and abilities against other players in one-on-one combat. Skill development, engaging in duels allows players to learn and improve their combat strategies, timing, or overall PvP skills. And then you got cons and balance. Players with more powerful gear or higher levels may have significant advantage in duels, leading to unfair matchups, frustrations. Losing multiple duels in a row can be discouraging and frustrating, especially if there is a large skill gap between opponents. Joining groups, you got pros, cooperation and synergy. Joining a group allows players to collaborate and combine their abilities for more efficient completion of missions or tasks. Enhanced challenge. Group content often presents more challenging encounters and provides an opportunity for players to push themselves and strategize together. Cons. Depends on others. Groups plays requires reliable team members who are actively engaged. If members are absent or inexperienced, it can negatively impact the group's progress. Scheduling conflicts. Coordinating the schedules of multiple players can be challenging, partially if they are in a different time zones or have vary availability. This can lead to difficulties in organizing group activities. DCO membership offers several advantages, including increased inventory space and character slots. Members have more storage space for items and can create more characters to explore game with playstyles and extra currency rewards and experience boosts. Members receive bonus in-game currency and experience points, allowing them to progress faster and unlock new abilities or gear more quickly. It is worth mentioning that DCO membership comes with a recurring monthly fee. Before deciding to purchase a membership, it is essential to consider your own preference and playstyle and budget. If you're a dedicated DCO player who regularly enjoys exploring new content and wants to have access to all the game has to offer, a membership can enhance your experience. However, if you only play casually or don't find the added benefits appealing, a membership may not be so necessary. So there can be several reasons why some players may not find DCO membership worth it. Number one, the cost. The recurring monthly fee for a membership might not fit into everyone's budget. Some players may prefer to spend their money on their games or items within the game, and then you got casual players. If you only play DCO occasionally and don't invest a significant amount of time into the game, the added benefits of a membership may not be so necessary. The exclusive rewards and extra currency might not hold much value if you aren't actively engaging with the game. Limited interest in exclusive items. While memberships offer exclusive cosmetic items and events, some players may not place a high value on these extras. If you're primarily focused on gameplay mechanics and progression rather than cosmetic customization, the membership benefits may not be so appealing. Significant progression without boosts. If you enjoy the challenge of leveling up and progressing in the game at a slower pace, the experience boost provided by the membership may not be necessary or desirable. Some players might find satisfaction in the natural progression of their characters without needing the additional bonuses. The marketplace in DCO Universe is an in-game virtual store where players can purchase a variety of items and enhancements using real-world currency or in-game currency. It offers a wide range of options, including costumes, equipment, consumables, boosts, and additional content packs. The marketplace is designed to provide convenience and flexibility to players who wish to acquire specific items or enhance their characters without relying solely on in-game progression or rewards. The marketplace in DC Universe Online can be seen as problematic by some players for a few reasons. One major concern is the potential high prices of items available for purchase. This can make it difficult for players, especially those who do not wish to spend additional real-world money on the game to access certain content or obtain desired items. Additionally, the marketplace can create an imbalance in the gameplay experience for those who are willing to invest more money into the game. Players who are able to purchase powerful items or enhancements may have an advantage over others who cannot do the same. This can lead to frustration and sense of unfairness amongst players who feel disadvantaged. Focusing on the immersive world and challenges it presents, some players may find themselves spending a significant amount of time and attention on browsing and purchasing items from the marketplace. This can detract from the overall enjoyment and sense of accomplishment that comes from playing the game itself. But it is important to note that Daybreak Games need to generate income to support the development and maintenance of DCUO. The marketplace serves as one source of revenue for the game, allowing for continued updates and new content to be introduced. However, finding a balance between providing players with valuable items and maintaining a fair and enjoyable gameplay experience can be challenging. So source marks are a form of in-game currency in DCUO that can be earned by participating in certain activities or by completing specific challenges. These marks serve as a way to progress and unlock various rewards and enhancements for your character. Source marks can be used to purchase powerful equipment, gear, consumables, and other valuable items from the in-game vendors. While source marks can be useful and necessary for advancing in the game, some players might find them to be a pain to deal with, and I got one reason: time and effort. Earning source marks often requires investing a significant amount of time and effort into completing specific activities or challenges. This can be frustrating and time consuming, especially for players who are looking for a more casual gaming experience. I have to mention, source marks play an important role in the game, by offering a sense of progression, accomplishment, and customization options for players. They provide a way to acquire powerful gear and enhance character abilities and access new content. Overall, source marks are a valuable and essential aspect of DCUO, but the time and effort required to obtain them can sometimes make it as a tedious process for players. Replay badges. So replay badges are basically a currency used to access certain content within the game. These badges allow players to replay specific missions, alerts, raids, and other instances that they have already completed. By spending replay badges, players can revisit these instances to earn additional rewards, experience, or to help other players who may need assistance. Having access to replay badges allows players to continue engaging with content they enjoy, farm specific items or gear, or assist other players who may be struggling with difficult content. It adds replayability to the game and provides players with more options for progressing their characters and experiencing different aspects of DCO gameplay. Honestly, in my true opinion, replay badges serve no meaningful purpose in DCO. It should be removed from the game entirely. They add unnecessary restrictions and limits players' abilities to fully enjoy and explore the content. Removing replay badges will improve the overall gameplay experience, but most likely Daybreak is probably not gonna fucking do that. Alright, so let's talk about artifacts and augments. So basically, artifacts are a powerful equipment items that grant special abilities and bonuses to characters, and each artifact has its own unique effects and can be equipped in a specific slot. These slots include waist, neck, and hand slots. Artifacts are obtained through various means, such as completing challenging content or purchasing from vendors or participating in special events. Players can upgrade their artifacts using artifacts catalysts, which enhance their stats and unlock additional abilities. Upgrading artifacts requires a combination in-game currency. Higher the artifacts level, the more potential effects become. Artifacts not only provide additional power and utility to the characters, but also contribute to a player's combat rating, which determines their overall effectiveness and in combat situations. Augments, on the other hand, are customizable items that allows players to further enhance their character stats. They are similar to artifacts, but have different focus. Augments come in different tiers and provide various stat bonuses such as increased health, power, critical chance, and more. Players can acquire augments through gameplay activities such as completing missions, participating in PvP, or purchasing from vendors. What sets augments apart is their ability to customize. So basically, players can slot augment mods into their augments to further tune their stats according to their playstyle or preference. Augments mods can be obtained through gameplay activities or craft using materials. But in summary, artifacts and augments offer additional avenues for customization in DCUO Online. Artifacts provide powerful equipment with unique abilities and bonuses, while augments allows players to tailor their character stats and optimize their performance in combat. Both systems add depth and personalization to the gameplay experience. So let's talk about the gameplay and artifacts and augments. So first things first, I just want to say I got some reasons why, the gameplay in DCUO can be perceived as boring and repetitive, as well as how artifacts and augments may impact the game negatively. And I'll just tell you right now. Number one, DCUO's gameplay is that it can be, just repetitive over time. The game relies on certain missions, structures, and quest mechanics that can feel repetitive for long-time players. Additionally, some players may find the combat system too simplistic, lacking depth and complexity compared to other MMOs. Furthermore, the introduction of artifacts and augments have received mixed reviews from the player base. While these additions were meant to enhance character progression and customization, they have also introduced a level of complexity that some players might find very overwhelming. The constant grind for artifacts and augments can feel tedious and time-consuming, detracting from the overall enjoyment of the game. So first things first, let's start off with feats. Feats are achievements that players can earn by completing specific objectives or challenges in the game. These feats can range from defeating certain bosses or enemies, completing missions, reaching specific levels, or acquiring certain items. Each feat comes with its own set of rewards, such as skill points, unlockable abilities, or cosmetic items. Feats not only provides a sense of accomplishment, but also contributes to the player's overall character development. So basically, skill points, on the other hand, are a currency system in DCUO that allows players to enhance and specialize their character's abilities. Players earn skill points by leveling up their characters or completing feats. These skill points can be allocated to various skill trees, also known as skill sets, which represents different roles within the game. Each skill tree offers unique powers, abilities, passive bonuses that enhance a player's combat effectiveness. Furthermore, skill points can also be used to unlock weapon-specific combos and abilities, allowing players to further customize their combat style and unleash powerful attacks. Bases are player housing areas where you can customize your own unique superhero hideout. The armory in DCUO is a feature that allows you to create and customize outfits for your character. To customize your base, you can choose from various themes like Gotham City and Metropolis, each offering different aesthetics and layout options. You can place furniture, decoration, interactive objects, even invite your friends to visit or hang out. Bases serves basically as your personal sanctuary and allowing you to showcase your style and creativity. However, I just want to mention that some premium items and features in the in-game, may acquire purchasing from the marketplace. For example, if you want a cool Batman themed hideout, you might need to acquire it through the marketplace by paying real or in-game currency. This can be seen as a con for players who prefer to obtain everything for free, as it requires additional investment. Then you have generators, and generators and bases are another aspect worth considering. They provide power and resources for your bases and can grant various bonuses or effects. Some generators may offer increased experience gain. DCUO offers a mix of both free and purchasable options, allowing players to customize their bases according to their preference and playstyle. So basically, Brokers is a marketplace where players can buy and sell items within the game. The perception that it is ridiculous and that most items are just hella expensive for no damn reason. I mean, it can stem from a few factors, and I'll tell you why. Number one, inflation. Over time, in-game economies can experience inflation where the value of in-game currency decreases. This can lead to higher prices for items on the broker as players need more currency to purchase desired items. Additionally, if there is a surplus or in-game currency or limited ways to spend it, prices may arise to maintain a balance within the game, which fucking sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Then you have rarity demand. Some items on the broker may be rare or in high demand, driving up their prices. If an item is difficult to obtain or highly sought after by players, sellers may price it up even higher due to scarcity. This can make certain items seem expensive, and especially if they offer unique abilities or cosmetic enhancements. And then I have another one, last but not least, player-driven economy. Now, hear me out, okay? The broker economy is primarily driven by player interactions, meaning that the prices are set by supply and demand. If players are willing to pay high prices for certain items, sellers may continue to list them at, inflated rates. This can create an environment where many items on the broker appear expensive. So first things first, competitive environment. DCUO features competitive elements such as PvP battles and leaderboards, which can sometimes breed a more toxic atmosphere in highly competitive settings. Some players may become overly aggressive, resort to trash talking, or engage in unsportsmanship like conduct. Then you got the skill gap and the frustration, man. Like, come on, DCUO, like many other games, has a learning curve, and some players may struggle to improve or achieve certain goals, can manifest as toxic behavior towards others, blaming teammates for defeats or trying to bring each other down. Then you got communication issues. Miscommunication or misunderstanding can lead to conflicts within the community. Different players may have different expectations, playstyles, or preference, which can lead to clashes and disagreements. The lack of clear communication channels or moderation can make shit worse. Like, please stop it right now. Existing toxicity reinforcement. In some cases, existing toxic behavior can be reinforced within the community. When toxic behavior is tolerable or even celebrated, it creates an environment where toxicity becomes normalized, making it harder to eradicate. Time capsules in DCUO are special and in-game items that contain a variety of collectible items, gear, styles, and cosmetic enhancements. They're usually themed around specific events or storylines in the game and can be obtained through various means such as defeating certain enemies, completing missions, or participating in special events. When a player acquires a time capsule, it can be opened to reveal its contents. These can range from rare and powerful gear to unique cosmetic items like emblems, styles, or accessories that can be used to customize a character's appearance. Time capsules often have a limited availability or may be tied to specific events, creating a sense of excitement and exclusivity for players. They can add an element of surprise and collectability to the game. Here are a few reasons why time capsules are a scam or gambling-like. Number one, randomized rewards. Time capsules offer players a chance to obtain various rewards, such as rare gear, styles, or enhancements. From opening time capsules are typically random, leading to an element of uncertainty similar to gambling. This randomness can make it difficult for players to acquire the exact items they desire, creating a sense of frustration and disappointment. Then you got a limited availability. Time capsules are often released for a limited time or tied to special events in the game. This limited availability creates a sense of urgency amongst players, encouraging them to spend real or in-game currency to obtain the capsules before they expire. Some players may feel pressure to make repeated purchases to increase their chances of acquiring desired items, contributing to the perception of a gamble-like system. And you got exclusivity and rarity. Time capsules often include exclusive or rare items that cannot be obtained through other means in the game. This exclusivity can create a desire amongst players to acquire these unique items, fueling the perception of time capsules as a gamble-like system designed to entice players to spend more money or time. Events in DCO refer to special limited time activities or challenges that occur within the game. These events often have unique gameplay mechanics, storylines, and rewards that are different from regular gameplay. Number 1 for pro, unique content. So basically, events offer players new and exclusive content such as missions, items, costumes, and storyline arcs. This keeps the game fresh and exciting by providing players with something different to experience. Then you have number 2, community engagement. Events often encourage players to team up and collaborate to complete objectives or defeat powerful enemies. This fosters a sense of community and cooperation amongst players as they work together towards common goals. Number 3, rewards. Events usually offer special rewards that are not available through regular gameplay. These rewards can include unique gear, cosmetics, or even rare items that can enhance a player's character or give a competitive edge. Number 4, story progression. Some events in DCO advance the game's overall narrative and add depth to the lore. This can be partially appealing to players who enjoy immersing themselves in the game's storyline and world. Then we got the cons. So starting off, number 1, time limited availability. Once again, time limited availability. Events usually have a limited duration, which means that players may miss out on participating if they are not able to play the game during that specific time frame. This can be frustrating for players who are unable to allocate enough time to take part in events. Number 2, difficulty and accessibility. Some events in DCO may be more challenging than regular gameplay, requiring specific strategies or higher level characters. This can deter less experienced or lower level players from fully enjoying the events. Then you have event fatigue. If events occur too frequently or lack specific variations, players may start to feel overwhelmed or even bored. Constantly having events can make the game feel repetitive, especially if the events only offer small changes or minor rewards. To mitigate these cons, Daybreak consider extending event durations, ensuring accessibility for players of different levels, and introducing a variety of events with unique gameplay mechanics. Additionally, regularly updating and diversifying event rewards can help maintain player engagement and interest. DCU Universe Online is sometimes considered to have pay-to-win elements due to the availability of certain feats and skill points through purchases or premium features. This means that players who spend real money in the game can potentially gain significant advantages over those who choose not to or cannot afford to invest financially. These advantages may include obtaining powerful abilities or unlocking exclusive gear and accessing additional content that can give paying players an edge in gameplay. As a result, non-paying or less financially invested players may feel disadvantaged and find it more difficult to complete on an equal footing. However, for others, the potential imbalance created by pay-to-win mechanics can diminish the overall fairness and satisfaction of the gaming experience. I'm gonna give you a reason why DCUO is worth playing. First things first, I'm just joking. Do you really think I would recommend playing this game? I mean, by all means, if you're truly a DC fan, then go for it, my guy. But honestly, this game fucking sucks. It's just complete booty cheeks. It's ass cheeks. DCO makes me want to just hit a backflip, and just instead of landing that backflip, I break my neck. Avoid this game at all costs. Like, seriously, this game is just entirely fucked up because of Daybreak. I don't want to come off as pushy or bossy or whatever or anything. I just want to say that I can't recommend the game. I just can't do it. I don't want to hear people's bullshit saying that, oh, this game is amazing and incredible and a masterpiece. Oh, this game is so much fun and not boring. Oh, this game isn't pay to win. Oh, you're just a hater. Tons of people love this game. Yeah, I get it. It is true that some people do love the game, but not everyone, and everything else is cap. All right, first things first, I've been playing this game since 2014. I love the shit out of this game, and it was one of my favorite games I used to play during middle school. And now this game makes me want to punch the air with all the ridiculous things that Daybreak done. I mean, DCO went downhill real fast. I mean, if you want to truly play a DC game, try Arkham Games, which is a Batman game, or even Star Wars Old Republic. Dude, I'm giving DCO a rating 5 out of 10.